Hey guys, welcome back to lesson number 8 in our Java tutorial series. Today I'll be talking about if-else statements. So if you're this far into the series, you guys have probably watched our if statement video. If you haven't, please make sure to go watch that video before you watch this one. But let's get started talking about if-else statements. So I'm just going to start off creating two int variables. I'm going to create int x and int y. You guys can name these whatever you want. So int y equals 23. And you guys can also make any numbers you want, but if you want to follow around with what I'm doing, just make int x greater than int y. Okay, so I'm going to start by making a little if statement. I'm going to say if x is greater than y, then bracket, we're going to system out dot print ln, we're going to print something like good job. Okay, and now we're just going to run this code. If I can get the thing to work. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so basically what this code, if you guys know what this is, it just means if x is greater than y, I forgot a semicolon somewhere, and that'll be after the if statement. Yeah, my bad. Okay, we're just gonna run this code again. Okay, so what this code is doing right now is it's saying it's initializing variable x to 32 and variable y to 23. Now in this little if statement over here, it's saying if x is greater than y, and we can see up here that x is indeed greater than y, 32 is greater than 23, then we're going to go down here and print whatever's in the system.out.println function, and that's just good job. Now this is because x is greater than y. Now suppose we wrote something like y is if y is greater than x. So what would happen now? Well, since y is not greater than x, instead of going through this if statement and printing out whatever's in the system.out.println function, it's just going to skip everything and print nothing, because that's what we have over here. But this is actually really impractical for many Java functions and programs, because why would you just want to print nothing when the conditions are false? So in this case, I'm going to create another statement, which is else, which is an else statement. So we're going to write else, and then with the else, we're not going to write any parentheses or anything, because there's no condition. It just means no matter what else, this is going to happen. So we're just going to write else bracket. We're going to write another system out to println function. So I'm just going to copy this one. And now instead of saying good job, I'll say bad job. Okay, and now we're going to run this code. So basically, since y is not greater than x, we're not going to be going through this initial print statement. Instead, we're going to skip all the way down to our else statement and just print whatever's over here, which is bad job. Okay, so now we've went over what this is. So this is just a regular else statement. Now there's another thing we can do, and this is suppose if we added integer value z. Suppose we have int z is equal to 15. Now we have three values. We can't just say else if y is greater than x. We can't just say we're going to print this because this is z. Now, since y is greater than x, we can't just say else because that's totally disregarding our new integer value of z. This is why I'm going to make another statement called an else if statement, which is separated by a space. And else if statements, unlike regular else statements, do take in parameters. So for this, I'll say else if y is greater than z, y is greater than z, then we're going to print out whatever's in this function. And for this function, I will say something like, nice try. Okay, so I'm just going to delete this. Now we're going to run this code again. Based on this else if statement, it's saying if this is true, if this first line is true, print out everything in this. If the second line is true, print everything that's in this. Now when we're looking at this, we are getting nice try because this initial statement is false. Okay, now we're going to make a little program which combines the if statement, else if statement, and else statement. So now in this statement, we're going to keep this, but right before it, or no, actually, no, right after the statement, we're going to create another else statement. And in this else statement, we're just going to say, if neither of these parameters are true, then we'll print system.out.println bad job. Just like what we had last time, we're going to be printing a bad job. So BAD-JOB. And since we do know that this is true, I'm just going to change this to false, but to a false statement for the sake of this example. So I'm just going to change this to Y, change this to Z, okay? And if neither of these statements are true, we're going to go straight to this else statement, and we're going to do whatever's in this else statement. And based on our current parameters, it should be printing out whatever's in this else statement, which is bad job. So yeah. When we look at the console, we see that we did get the word bad job, which is exactly what we expected. So once again, I'm just going to explain to you guys one more time what it would look like if we did not have this final else statement. Meaning if we had two false if statements, an if statement and else if statements, if we have two false statements, we turn out to get nothing returned to the console. In many Java applications, when we start coding those, that will not be very good, and this is why we want to start using if-else statements, else-if statements, and regular else statements. So hopefully you guys learned something from this video. If you did, please make sure to smash the like button and give us a little subscribe down below. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. We'll be talking about some while loops. Peace, guys.